You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family, your business can benefit in current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. And let me remind you, if you ever have any more finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you, and you can reach out to me directly. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are operators standing by.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan or plan to save you money, I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And yes, of course, we're celebrating today. We celebrate every day on Ron Siegel Radio. What are we going to celebrate today? Oh, I think I see it. I don't know about this one, Josh. National Bittersweet Chocolate with Almonds. I'm not a bittersweet chocolate kind of guy. Maybe dark chocolate if I've got a good Merlot or port. But bittersweet chocolate, good milk chocolate, you can do that any time of day. But I don't know. I'm not a bittersweet chocolate kind of person. Okay, but that's what the celebration is. It is also, today is also called National Men Make Dinner Day. Okay, that's called reservations. Especially, now how could they have Men Make Dinner Day, especially if you're on the West Coast and it's Thursday? That would be, we watch Football Day. And the reason that it's important that because it's on Thursday is, I don't know, I think it's like football starts at like 5 o'clock out here, doesn't it? Isn't it 5? I always seem to get it late, especially because I'm a little slow. Maybe I'm a lot slow. I don't know. I have trouble getting on to what is it, YouTube, I think. Is it YouTube? Oh, no, Amazon Prime. I can't get on Prime. I get it wrong every single time. You know, this streaming stuff is, I don't know, it's not made for old guys. I just have trouble figuring it out, but I guess I'm going to have to because I like watching football. Hey, let's see what the markets are doing today. The Dow Jones, does it matter? The Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 5. The S&P 500 is up 37. The NASDAQ is up 245. Oil's up 19 cents a barrel. And the Federal Reserve will be coming out with their meeting announcement at 11 o'clock our time. That's why so much of the market stuff just doesn't carry a whole lot of weight right now. But I am watching, and I want to see what happens with gasoline prices because there's going to be a lot of change. And we're going to talk in a couple of our reports that we have this morning for you about gasoline. So a week ago, gas was at $4.56 in California. Now it's $4.53 in California. Not a lot of change, $3.13 a week ago, nationally $3.10, $3.11 right now. If I want to go to visit Josh and get gas, I can save $1 a gallon. Although, it might be a little difficult. A lot of our state right now having a lot of problems just with all of the fires. So it's burning, and it's never good. Fires are never good, but when it's hitting residential areas, it's even worse. So we are seeing that right now. So it's a bit of a challenge right now. And hopefully the fire department, men and women, will stay safe. But the winds, with these higher winds, could you imagine being in a helicopter right now with the winds like this? You just go, even when you just go in the summer months, which I generally find it easier to drive to Vegas more often than not, unless you can get on JSX, but that's a different story. Fly to Vegas in the summer months, man, you can get some of those, the clashing of the air over the mountains is, it's a short flight. You can really get some pretty massive turbulence. So when you're in a helicopter going over some of these fires where you've got winds to start with, and fires create their own air system or weather system. Ooh, those men and women out there, I feel for them, and we appreciate them. So it's massive issues going on. Watching and see, will the Federal Reserve have any commentary today on the election? Probably not. It's a hope for some of us that, really want to see things get better, that maybe we can see the Federal Reserve, now I was on a chat earlier this morning, and Jerome Powell has, I think, till May of 2026 when his term comes to a conclusion. Who knows whether President-elect Trump will reappoint him? Remember, President-elect Trump is the one that appointed him in the first place. Will Powell and whoever the Treasury Secretary and the administration, will they be able to work together? See, yeah, I know. They say that they're independent organizations. But the bottom line is, when the administration controlling fiscal policy, when they keep spending unbelievable amounts of money, and when you've got the Federal Reserve trying to correct monetary policy, or use monetary policy, not correct it, but use monetary policy to bring down inflation, those two are battling each other. So you've got the Fed trying to do one thing, the Federal Reserve or the government is putting policies in that do the exact opposite. If they'd work together, maybe we the people would have a better time. Just throw that out there, because we are looking at the U.S. debt clock, and they changed it on me, so I can't find the numbers I wanted real simply. We'll have to go back and see if I can find the old one so I can find the numbers. But the debt clock showing that, we're what last I saw was this says 44 trillion is the national debt. I thought it was 37 trillion. But in any event, it's massive. This is a weird clock, because it says this on this day. I guess it's trying to forecast what it's going to be in 2028. Just give me the real numbers, please. It's a lot easier. So you start looking at these issues, and this is the one that I was looking for. Almost $36 trillion in debt. You need the Federal Reserve and the federal government to be on the same page. Don't spend more money than you're taking in. Balance your budget. We, the people, have to balance our budget, don't we? I'm just throwing that out there. What do you do if you're not balancing your budget? Spending on credit cards? Yeah, I know that's happening. And it's not sustainable. Can't last forever. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, how real estate agents take the fear out of moving, renting versus buying, the net worth gap you need to see, how a Trump presidency could shape your financial future, and housing market opportunities. All that and more. Reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Confused about the home buying process? Or curious how much you really know about buying a home? Take the First Home IQ quiz to test your understanding of buying a home. Created by the nonprofit First Home IQ, this 5-minute quiz will give you a score. what you missed, and why. Take the quiz in 5 minutes at rsrlinks.com/FHIQ and find out what you need to know about buying your first home. That's rsrlinks.com/FHIQ.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Homeowners over the age of 62 are taking back financial control after retirement with reverse mortgages, and the Siegel Lending Team is here to help you use it to your advantage. Call Ron Siegel with Geneva Financial to receive your free information booklet with no obligation. The booklet answers all your questions, and the best part is, you still own your home. Call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990 or visit ronsiegelradio.com.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at RonIsMyLender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. RonIsMyLender.com.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452. You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990. And every day at this time, OBMMI, they provide the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry, calculated from actual locked rates, with consumers across 35% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. They don't tell us points paid, points received, or the APR. They tell us the number you need to put into your mortgage calculator to get the rates of your payment. Principal and interest payment doesn't include your taxes, insurance, any impounds, anything like that. It's the main principal and interest payment. What did rates do yesterday? Ooh, they were ugly. Rebounding today, though. The 30-year conventional 30-year fixed up 6.842. Jumbo 30-year fixed. Ooh, that was down 6.997, really. The FHA 30-year fixed up 6.463. VA 30-year fixed up 6.42. USDA 30-year fixed up 6.551. And if you want our thoughts every day, every business day, as early as the data allows, we do put out our market report, rsrlinks.com/market minute. rsrlinks.com/market minute. You can get our report each and every business day as early as the data allows for us. What are the markets doing today, you ask? Well, of course you want to know what they're doing today. So yes, of course, I'm going to tell you. So the S&P 500, that is up 40 points right now. We've got the mortgage-backed securities up 42 basis points. 10-year Treasury is down about 7. Remember, when the yield goes down, which is what we're talking about on the 10-year Treasury, which is at 4.356 right now, when the yield goes down, that means the bond price is up. It means more demand for that bond. Now, on the bond that we're talking about on the mortgage-backed security, that's up 42 basis points right now, which means interest rates, mortgage rates, those are down right now. They're down a lot, and a lot of it's a recovery from yesterday. One thing, if you've been listening to Ron Siegel Radio for any length of time, you know that I tell you all the time that the markets always overreact. And they overreacted yesterday. They didn't know. The markets didn't know. I mean, they had a good idea because we told you that President-elect Trump was winning. So the markets had already baked that in because it had been a couple of weeks that had been trending. And the two best pollsters, not an opinion, just from statistics, Atlas was number 1, Trafalgar was number 2 in 2020. Both of them had Trump winning by more than the margin of error. So when you got the two top pollsters agreeing, you kind of have an idea of where things are going. So the markets, even though they believed that and there had been a Trump trade going, there's still the reality because you never know. So there is still that reality of what's going on. And the reality was, yes, Trump did win. And the markets took a big jump yesterday. Bonds took a big drop. Now, they did recover a bit in the afternoon, which if you were listening to me on some of the shows that I was on earlier in the day, I did say that I thought they would recover about a third of what they had given up at the opening, at the beginning of the session. And it's about what they did. I mean, they got down to about 60 where they were up. The bond was down 60 basis points. It ended up down around 40. And now today I see that we're up 40, recovering most of that. So what's going on today? Well, the big news of the day is absolutely only one item in the news that matters, and that's the Federal Reserve. They're expected to cut 25 basis points, and that's exactly what they're going to do. And why am I so certain? Well, every Federal Reserve chairman has something they call the Fed mole. They don't call it that, but we all know. And somehow the mole gets information that nobody else gets and publicizes that, and the Federal Reserve doesn't really correct them. Well, they get into a quiet period before their meetings, and they started their meeting yesterday. They delayed that a day because normally the Fed meets Tuesdays and Wednesdays. This year, because of the election, they met Wednesday and Thursday. They're making their announcement today. If you're watching us live, as we record, it's about 9:20 Pacific time. They'll make that announcement about 11 o'clock Pacific time. The Fed mole already said they're going to cut 25 basis points, so they're going to cut 25 basis points. The big question will be, what will their statement say and they have a press conference. It starts at 11:30 our time. Yes, I watched the press conference that starts at 11:30 our time, but we've already finished recording by 10 o'clock so that Josh can get the show shipped off to our affiliates. So what are you going to do? How do you figure out what's going on? Well, we've got the answer for you. If you will go to rsrlinks.com/market summary, rsrlinks.com/market summary, we'll put out a market summary at the end of the day. And if you save that link, we're going to actually be doing a report every single day. If you go to that link, RSR link business day, that is, rsrlinks.com/market summary, you'll be able to get a recap of a written and a video of exactly what's going on. No, I'm not recording it myself. We've got a part of our team recording that. So you can go to rsrlinks.com/market summary and find out what happened. Now, what did happen today that is it going to matter? Not a lot. Initial jobless claims, which measures individuals filing for unemployment benefits for the very first time, rose 3,000 to 221,000. That gets the noise of the strike and weather issues, the hurricanes, out of the number. Continuing claims, which measures individuals continuing to receive benefits after their initial claim, rose 39,000 to 1.89 million. Continuing claims have been trending higher because companies have been hiring less and workers that have been laid off are having a harder time finding a job, staying on benefits for longer as companies are reducing hiring. Now, one thing that you need to understand, and we hope and expect the Federal Reserve to understand, is that even though when we got the jobs report on Friday, the unemployment number stayed at 4.1, that's all just because of rounding. The unemployment did go up a decent amount, but if you go from 4.095, which is 4.1 rounded, to 4.014, then you've still got a 4.104. That's still 4.1. And 4.0, you don't understand, right? You got a whole swing in there where you can almost go up a full percentage point, and you're still rounding still says, well, the unemployment didn't change. But you and I both know it did change because we've been telling you about that right along from our friend Danielle DiMartino Booth, who again is one of those, as I've told you before, if you want to get good data, unfortunately nowadays, you have to pay for it. The markets are not getting you really what I would call great data. And I'm just telling you that you're got to pay because, I mean, if you listen to MSNBC Hee Haw, Chris Matthews this morning, what his blaming the election on is stuff that last week he was promoting. And I don't know if anybody listens to The View. You know, they're a bunch of lunatics. I'm surprised, though. You know, it really shocks me that The View was on yesterday. You know, and I don't know. It may be on today. I only get the recap of it. I couldn't watch that. I wouldn't have enough Maylocks to watch it. But they all said they were leaving the country. So what happened? I guess maybe they couldn't get a flight. I don't know. I understand Canada shut the border. They were letting people come into the U.S., but I guess they're not letting the ladies of The View out of the country. I don't know what's going on there, but it is a little chaotic. Maybe it's just another one of those things where they talk and, you know, does anybody listen? Speaking of, does anybody listen? You know, I didn't look, Josh, I don't know if you looked on this, like 2 months ago, we got like 41 million people. We reached about 41 million people through our social posts and our show and everything else. And we've been growing. Late night TV. Have you seen what's going on with their ratings? Well, maybe if they would stop with the bash Trump all the time, maybe they wouldn't, you know, tick off half the country. before the election, I happened to be watching a program with Kevin O'Leary on it, Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank. Be interesting to see how that season goes with Mark Cuban and Kevin O'Leary. Although Cuban might have retired now, but Kevin O'Leary and Mark Cuban. But Mark Cuban came out talking about how bad Trump is. Wonder what he's doing now. But Kevin O'Leary was the smart one. He basically said, you know something? He's a business person. He's more concerned with policy than anything else. And he wants to get the business from both Democrats and Republicans. He doesn't want to lose 60 million people or 70 million people by coming out on one side or the other. Smart. Late night guys, they've ticked off 70 million people who probably don't even watch him anymore. And we know that's true because we see their ratings. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, how real estate agents take the fear out of moving, renting versus buying, the net worth gap you need to see, how a Trump presidency could shape your financial future and housing markets. All that and more. Reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numero 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Confused about the home buying process? Or curious how much you really know about buying a home? Take the first Home IQ quiz to test your understanding of buying a home. Created by the nonprofit First Home IQ, this 5-minute quiz will give you a score, what you missed, and why. Take the quiz in 5 minutes at rsrlinks.com/FHIQ and find out what you need to know about buying your first home. That's rsrlinks.com/FHIQ.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com. Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990. The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. How real estate agents take the fear out of moving. Feeling a bit unsure or even afraid to move with everything going on right now? The decision to move shouldn't be scary. It should be exciting, and the best way to eliminate any fear is to work with a pro. Real estate agents are so much more than just transaction facilitators. They're trusted guides to help you navigate the complexities of the housing market with confidence and ease. And a great agent can turn what may feel like a daunting process into a manageable and even enjoyable experience. That's why in a Bright MLS survey, respondents agreed partnering with an agent is essential and helps cut down on their stress. If you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv, any of our socials, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490, FM 98.1 video feed, we got charts. Few examples. 91% of respondents agree it would be very stressful to navigate the home buying process without a real estate broker. 87% of the respondents believe a real estate agent or broker is an essential trusted advisor. Here are a few examples of why that expertise can give you so much peace of mind. Number one, explaining the current market. You may be seeing misleading headlines about a potential market crash, falling prices, and more. And when you're not an expert yourself, it's easy to get swept up in the clickbait and let that scare you. As Jason Luris, co-founder and chief data officer at Parsi, says, in the absence of trustworthy, up-to-date information, real estate decisions are increasingly being driven by fear, uncertainty, and doubt, end quote. A real estate agent is there to help you separate fact from fiction and to debunk any headline that does more to terrify than to clarify. With their deep understanding of local market trends, home values, inventory levels, and more, they'll help you feel more confident in your decision. Number two, walking you through the process step by step. Is this your first time going through the process as a buyer or a seller? Don't worry. Your agent will walk you through every step along the way, from the initial conversation all the way to closing day. As NerdWallet explains, quote, if it's your first time buying or selling, you're likely to come across terms you don't recognize and tasks that seem baffling. What's the difference between pending and contingent? Why do you need title insurance? How thoroughly do you need to fill out disclosure forms? Your agent should be able to confidently and competently explain it all, unquote. And if you've done this before, but it's been a while, an agent will tailor how they explain it all to your previous experience. They won't bog you down with details. They'll only give you as much of a refresher as you want and need. Number three, advocating for your business interests. Does the thought of dealing with the back and forth of the transaction make your palms sweaty? Put that anxiety aside. Your agent is a skilled negotiator, trained for these exact scenarios. And the best part is they work for you. So it's your goals they're using that expertise to fight for. They'll work to secure the best possible terms for you, whether it's getting a better place as a home buyer or negotiating a higher sale price as a seller. This removes the fear of a bad deal or being taken advantage of during the process. Number four, solving any unexpected problems quickly. Worried about something coming up that you don't know how to handle? Rest assured, your agent has you covered. Agents are skilled problem solvers. They not only address issues, but they get ahead of them before they become deal breakers. And that helps keep the process on track. So, if any challenges do pop up, know your agent has the skills and experience necessary to find a solution that works for you. Bottom line, don't let fear or uncertainty hold you back from achieving your goals. Let's connect so you can move forward with confidence. That is the real-time real estate segment brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. And if you are one of those 91% of the respondents that agree it would be very stressful to navigate the home buying process without a real estate broker or agent, give me a call. And I've got agents all over the country that are vetted, and I'll even give you a track record for them so you know why I think they're good for you. Just give me a call again, RS, that's the real-time real estate segment brought to you by rsrmoney.com. And let's see, the Borrow Smart segment brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. How a Trump presidency could shape your financial future and housing market opportunities as we look ahead to the potential economic shifts under a second Trump presidency. There are significant areas that home buyers, prospective buyers, and financially savvy individuals should explore. Understanding these proposed changes will help you take proactive steps in securing and even enhancing your financial position. Inflation control and household budgets. One of Trump's cornerstone promises to bring down inflation further. With inflation already moderating, Trump's plans, such as implementing tariffs on imports to support U.S. manufacturing, could be designed to strengthen domestic industries. While some analysts suggest that tariffs may lead to higher prices, this could also create more stable, homegrown opportunities, potentially offsetting costs by bolstering local economies. For the well-prepared homeowner, this may translate into resilient job markets and sustained income growth. Energy independence and reduced costs. A renewed focus on domestic energy production could lead to increased energy independence. For households, this presents potential long-term stability in energy prices, reducing utility expenses and opening avenues for investment that energy-efficient home upgrades and investment in energy, easy for me to say, investment in energy-efficient home upgrades. While the global market will always play a role, homeowners who are aware of these trends can prepare by investing in sustainable solutions that leverage potential cost savings. Interest rate caps and debt management. Trump's bold ideas of capping credit card interest rates at 10% presents a hopeful outlook for those managing debt. With current averages over 22.8%, such a policy could significantly reduce interest payments, freeing up funds for other financial goals such as home ownership or home improvements. Although this plan requires congressional support, the discussion itself highlights a growing emphasis on protecting consumers from excessive debt burdens. As homeowner or a future buyer, understanding these potential shifts can help you position yourself for favorable loan conditions. Beneficial tax policies for homeowners. Extending the provisions of the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act could maintain or even enhance current tax advantages for homeowners. This extension means more retained income for household needs and savings. Additionally, discussions about exempting tips from taxation and revisiting tariffs as potential tax substitutes showcase a focus on innovative revenue strategies that might keep more money in your pocket. Homeowners can use these potential savings to bolster emergency funds, pay down mortgages faster, or even invest in property upgrades. Did I hear pay down mortgages faster? Yeah, rsrhomeselect.com. rsrhomeselect.com. Revitalizing housing development. While specific plans on housing have been limited, Trump's emphasis on cutting regulatory red tape and using federal land for housing development points towards stimulating construction and increasing housing supply. This could present new opportunities for affordable housing projects and expansion. Savvy investors and first-time buyers might find advantages in markets where new developments arise, benefiting from early investments. Education and family planning strategies. For families looking at higher education options, Trump's platform includes plans to curb student loan forgiveness, but bolster vocational training and alternative education paths. This shift encourages practical and often more affordable career preparation, reducing reliance on high student debt. For families planning for their financial future, exploring these training options could align with goals for sustainable income growth and lower debt ratios, an asset when qualifying for a home mortgage. Positive economic forecasts. While some experts have voiced concerns about possible economic implications, others note the potential for short-term GDP growth under an extended tax cut environment and business-friendly policies. The Wharton School projects that extending the TCJA could provide immediate economic benefits to low and middle income households. For homeowners, this might mean an uplift in home values driven by strong consumer confidence and spending. Planning your financial moves, the key takeaway is that understanding potential policy shifts allows you to navigate change confidently by proactively managing debt, seizing tax benefits, and aligning with market developments. Homeowners and future buyers can create pathways to wealth accumulation and financial security, no matter the external circumstances. Bottom line, with economic changes on the horizon, strategic planning is more important than ever. As a certified liability advisor, I'm dedicated to helping families build wealth through informed strategic debt management. Prepare for the future with confidence. Reach out to us to explore how you can make these potential policy shifts work to your advantage. That is the Borrow Smart segment brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. When we come back, how renting versus buying, the net worth gap you need to see, and smart holiday spending. Plan ahead, but strategically, and stay financially strong. All that and more. Reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you missed any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Confused about the home buying process? Or curious how much you really know about buying a home? Take the first Home IQ quiz to test your understanding of buying a home. Created by the nonprofit First Home IQ, this 5-minute quiz will give you a score, what you missed, and why. Take the quiz in 5 minutes at rsrlinks.com/FHIQ and find out what you need to know about buying your first home. That's rsrlinks.com/FHIQ.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference in the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender. Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That's my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Borrow Smart segment today being brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. Smart holiday spending. Plan ahead, buy strategically, and stay financially strong. As the holiday season approaches, families face the recurring challenge of balancing joyful gift giving with wise financial practices. For homeowners, first-time buyers, and those planning their financial futures, adopting strategic spending habits can be a game changer. Here's how you can save money, maintain control over your budget, and start the new year on solid financial footing. Start planning early. The key to successful holiday budgeting starts with preparation. The earlier you discuss your plans and set clear financial goals with your family, the better equipped you'll be to make savvy decisions. Certified financial planners like Daniel Goodman emphasize that good communication about holiday spending can align everyone's expectations, allowing you to stick to a realistic budget that reflects your family's values. Engaging your entire household in these decisions and discussions helps prioritize what matters most, from meaningful gifts to experience that strengthen bonds without overextending finances. Learn from last year's spending. Reflecting on past holiday expenses is crucial. According to NerdWallet's holiday spending report, a notable 28% of Americans who charged holiday purchases to credit cards last year were still paying off those balances. Taking a moment to revisit your last credit card statement can reveal where overspending happened and where adjustments are needed. Consumer experts like Trey Bodge advise scaling back on non-essential expenses such as extravagant parties or multiple gifts for colleagues. Start by taking inventory of what you already own. Andrea Warwick, a consumer savings expert, recommends this as a practical way to curb unnecessary purchases. Make a list and stick to it. Creating a detailed gift list, complete with an allocated budget per person, is a powerful tool to help you stay on track. With your list in hand, you can monitor sales and only buy when prices dip to your target range. This approach not only controls spending, but also lets you shop with confidence. Shopping expert again, Trey Bodge, suggests being patient when it comes to certain items. For instance, electronics often see price drops during Black Friday, while winter apparel may not be discounted until later in the season. Tools like Caramel or PayPal Honey can help track price trends so you know when it's the right time to make your purchase. Understand return and price matching policies. When shopping early, it's wise to check store policies on returns and price matching. Some stores offer price adjustments for a set period after purchasing, allowing you to claim a refund if the price falls. Just remember to save receipts and review terms carefully, as special sales like Black Friday are often excluded from these policies. This extra attention can prevent post-holiday regret and maximize your spending efficiency. If you find a better way or a better deal after your initial purchase, price matching policies can help you capture savings you might have missed. Spread out your spending. Starting your shopping earlier in the season and pacing purchases across several weeks can make holiday expenses feel more manageable. Spreading out your shopping helps soften the impacts on your wallet. However, don't rush to take the time to compare prices to ensure. Don't rush. I should say that way better. Punctuation matters. Take the time to compare prices to ensure each purchase is a smart one. Early October sales have become more confident. It's too late. Offering an opportunity to find deals before the November shopping frenzy begins. Be cautious, though, and make sure these early buys are generally good deals. Resist impulse spending. Even as your income changes or grows, maintaining disciplined spending habits can protect your financial health. The NerdWallet report revealed around 10% of holiday shoppers might tap into their emergency savings for gift expenses, and 9% might prioritize holiday spending over regular bills. This underscores the importance of sticking to your budget and avoiding impulsive splurges. Keep an eye on financial wellness. Adopting a mindful approach to holiday spending doesn't just prevent debt, it builds habits that continue long-term financial stability. At Ron Siegel Radio, we're committed to helping you make the most of your financial journey. As a certified liability advisor, I'm here to guide you in managing debt strategically and building wealth. You can call me anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. That is the Borrow Smart segment, brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. Real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by rsrmoney.com. Renting versus buying, the net worth gap you need to see. Trying to decide between renting or buying a home, one key factor that could help you choose is just how much home ownership grow your net, how much home ownership can grow your net worth. Every 3 years, the Federal Reserve Board shares a report called the Survey of Consumer Finances, SCF. It shows how much homeowners and renters have, and the difference is significant. On average, a homeowner's net worth is nearly 40 times higher than a renter's. Check out the graph that we're showing right now if you're watching us on ronsiegelradio.tv, any of the socials, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490, FM 98.1 video feed. Homeowner net worth almost 40 times greater. Why homeowner wealth is so high? In the previous version of the report, the homeowner's net worth was about $255,000, while the average renter was just $6,300. That's still a big gap, but in most recent data, or the most recent update, the spread got even bigger as homeowner wealth grew even more. Take a look at that chart. As the SCF report says, quote, the 2019 to 22 growth in median net worth was the largest 3-year increase over the history of the modern SCF, more than double the next largest one on record, unquote. One big reason why homeowners' net worth shot up is home equity. Equity is the difference between your home's value and what you owe on your mortgage. You gain equity by paying down your mortgage, and when your home's value goes up. Over the past few years, home prices have gone up a lot. That's because there weren't enough available homes for all the people who wanted one. This supply-demand imbalance pushed home prices up and translated into faster equity gains and even more net worth for homeowners. If you're still torn between whether to rent or buy, here's what you should know. While inventory has grown this year in most places, there's still not enough to go around. That's just why expert forecasts show prices expected to go up again next year nationally. It'll just be at a more moderate pace. While that's not the sky-high appreciation we saw during the pandemic, it still means potential equity gains for you if you buy now. As Kseni Potapov, economist at First American, explains, quote, despite the risk of volatility in the housing market, home ownership remains an important driver of wealth accumulation and the largest source of total wealth among most households, unquote. But prices and inventory are going to vary by area. So lean on a local real estate agent. They'll be able to give you the local trends and speak to the other financial and lifestyle benefits that come with owning a home. That crucial information may help you decide the best move for you right now. As Bankrate explains, quote, the deciding between renting and buying a home isn't just about cost. The decision also involves long-term financial strength and personal circumstances. If you're on the fence about which is the right for you, it may be helpful to speak with a local real estate agent who knows your market well. An experienced agent can help you weigh your options and make a more informed decision. Bottom line, if you're not sure, should you rent or buy, keep in mind that if you make the numbers work, if you can make the numbers work, owning a home can really grow your wealth over time. And if home ownership feels out of reach, give me a call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, and we can chat about a game plan to get you on track. And in many instances, we find that people are already there. They just don't know it because they've got some misconceptions. That is the Real-Time Real Estate segment brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. And as always, we ask, set that first radio preset button to come back and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Josh and Sean who are engineering us today. And of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money, so you help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.
I'd like to call him something. I think